Hey everyone, Aidan here. Today we're going to be doing a back workout, but before we get into it, it's really important that we do some light stretching. So to start, we're just going to pull our arm across just like that and hold that for 10 seconds. And the reason we're doing this is just so that, and switch, is just so that all of our joints and muscles are a bit loose before we get started. And at the end, we're also going to do some stretching as well. Okay, and now we're gonna go back here like this. Good. And you really you don't wanna hurt yourself when you're doing this. You just wanna pull it to a good spot where you can kind of feel and switch. You can kind of feel it, but you don't wanna aggravate anything, obviously. So you're just doing it to really feel a nice pull in your muscles. And now we're just going to do some nice arm circles. These are really good for what we call your rotator cuffs, which is going to be important when we're doing a back workout. And then we're going to go the other way. Perfect. Just like that. And then across your body. And a lot of people don't work out their backs very often. It's what we would call a smaller muscle group. Something like your legs, that is a larger muscle group, and even your chest is a larger muscle group, but your back, there's not too many muscles on your back besides what we would call your lats. So that's what we're really going to be working today, is your lat muscles. Okay, we're just going to do some shoulder shrugs here. Very nice. You can go both ways with your shoulder shrugs. Maybe you're even at a point where you can do one going one way and the other going the other way. I can't do that, but that's okay. And then we're going to do some torso twists. Another big thing for your back exercises is going to be working right in here along your sides. And these muscles, it's almost your core muscles, but it also stretches around like almost a belt around your back. So that's another thing that we are going to be working. So that concludes the stretching portion. Now we're going to get into the exercises. So the first exercise we're going to start with is just push-ups. And push-ups are a good exercise because they're pretty simple. And the one thing I want to mention is that you're going to want to find a nice open area. And the thing with all of these exercises we're going to do today is it's going to be on the ground, laying down, sitting down, that sort of thing. So you're definitely going to want to find a nice area, something maybe a bit comfortable in terms of the ground. And so we're going to start with push-ups here. And there's a few different ways you can do your push-ups. You can either do them on your knees, kind of a modified push-up and down, or you can do a full push-up, which is just like this, and down and up. And for your push-ups, in order to really engage your back muscles there, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to, when you go down, almost bring your arms, your elbows back a bit, as if you were clenching them behind your back, like that. So we're going to do 10 push-ups now. You can either do it from your knees or in a full push-up position, trying to clench your back. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. So hopefully you felt that one in your back here, right around there. Kind of stretch it out a bit. Now we're going to move on to the next exercise. The next exercise we're going to do is one called Superman. And the reason they have the name Superman, if you've ever seen Superman flying through the air, he has his arms up like this, and then he also has his feet up like that. And that's all this exercise is. It's supposed to work your kind of lower back area. So what you're going to do is you're going to come up with your legs and your arms and then down. And I'll show it from the side as well. You come up and then down, just like that. Kind of curling or arching your back a bit. So we're going to do 10 of those. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. So that was 10 Supermans. Hopefully you felt it in your lower back. Now let's move on to the next exercise. All right, so for this next one, you're actually going to need some sort of object with you. I have with me a long piece of wood, but you can use anything. You can use a towel, you can use a pool noodle, you can use really whatever you want. If you want to use a cucumber, that actually works too. You just need something that's kind of long. And what you're gonna do for this exercise is you're gonna take, once again on your stomach, this object out in front of you, and you're going to do what we did before for the Superman exercise, where we're kind of gonna raise our chest up a bit, and then you're gonna take this object and you're gonna bring it back and forth out in front of you. And the trick is you don't wanna let the object touch the ground, and you wanna keep a really solid motion there, out and back, okay? So let's do that for 10 reps. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. Wow, that was a good one. Okay, I encourage you guys, if you haven't already, drink some water now, take a little rest, and then we're gonna keep going. But that was our back extension exercise with some sort of object. Once you've gotten your water, we'll move on to the next exercise. So feel free, pause the video, take a break, get some water. Okay, awesome. Well, I hope you got a chance to get a drink, take a little break. The next exercise we're going to do, for this one, once again, laying on your stomach, you're gonna put both your arms flat like this, so your palms are touching the ground. You want your palms on the ground. And then what you're gonna do is you're just gonna bring up your arms and almost try to touch them together and then back down. So you've got your arms, you're bringing them up and trying to touch them, keeping your palms facing the ground. So we're gonna do that one. We're gonna do it 10 times. Here we go. You got your arms by your side, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Hopefully you felt that one kind of up here and down along your back. That was our arm raises, I guess you could call it. Now let's move on to the next exercise. Okay, so it was raining outside, so we moved the workout indoors, but that's okay. That's not gonna stop us from getting our grind on. So this next exercise that we're gonna do is called pelvic thrusts. And the way this one's going to work is you're gonna lay down on your back, just like this, and then you're just gonna raise your pelvis, your hips, to the ceiling and down. We'll show that from a few different angles here. So you're just gonna be laying down like this, and then raise your pelvis and down, and raise your pelvis and down. And that's gonna really work your lower back, but also a bit your core, which is never a bad thing. Never a bad thing to work your core. So we're gonna do that one. We're gonna do it 10 times. And actually, I think I will do it from the side just so you can get a better view of it. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, hopefully you felt a burn there in the back and the core area. Now we're gonna move on to the last exercise of the workout before we do a little cool down stretching. All right, the last exercise that we are going to do is called reverse flutter kicks. And if you've ever seen a flutter kick, it looks something like this. So it's gonna be the same principle, except now we're actually gonna do it laying on our stomachs. So you're gonna be laying on your stomach and you're gonna just kick your feet, and you wanna try and lock your knees. So I'll show it maybe facing the camera so you can just see the legs. And you just up, 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 just like that. Okay? So let's try that. We're gonna do 10 of those. Here we go. And 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I think that was 10. Kind of lost track, but that's okay. That's okay. We're trying our best here today, and that's what really matters. Okay, now let's move into the final stage, which is going to be some more stretching just to kind of loosen up a bit. The most important part of every workout, I believe, is actually the stretching at the beginning and the end. Because if you don't stretch, there's a risk that your muscles will actually tighten and they won't build and you won't get any stronger. So it's very important that at the beginning and at the end of a workout, you do some stretching. And it's okay even if you're just doing the same stretches you did at the beginning, because now we've actually worked the muscles a bit, so it's going to be even more effective. So here we go. We're going to do this for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and then we switch. And you might notice that I'm not putting this arm over the elbow. You don't want to do that. That can actually damage the elbow, so we just have it over here. You can do it above or below. And we're going to come back up here again. Once again, this is kind of working your shoulders, these stretches, as well as your arms, but you're also probably feeling it a bit in your upper back, which is a good thing. So we switch, we're over to this arm now, and we hold that. Very nice. And then we're going to just do some torso twists. And when you're doing your torso twists, you don't need to fling your body like that. You want to keep control of what you're doing. And good. All right, guys, that's going to conclude the workout for today. I hope you guys learned something. I hope you feel jacked, and I hope you're having a great time at sports camp. See ya.